Stop reasoning with yourself. Should I go to the gym? Should I stay home? Well, I want to go 4 times a week, but I could just go Sunday, or maybe I could just start next week, or maybe...
That literally sounds psychotic.
You reasoned with yourself when you sat down and wrote the goals. After that, it's a non-negotiable. Do it and make it happen.
Do it. You can kill my mind for flow. Hold me till I scream for every.
Hey, my name is Kendall Hart. Welcome back to another Heart to Heart. I'm so excited for this video per usual. This is going to be a how to become the best version of yourself in 2025. I just feel like the timing of this is so perfect. Whether you're watching this in January when it gets uploaded or later in the year, it's literally never too late to become the best version of yourself. I just felt so compelled to create this video. Honestly, I have never felt more of an overwhelming sense of this is my year, for lack of a better words, than I do now. Like, I do not care. There are no obstacles that are standing in my way. I feel so motivated, so driven, so called that this is going to be the year that I accomplish everything that I want to accomplish. Last year was amazing. I'm always blessed and thankful for whatever God has in store for my life, whatever my purpose is. But I feel like this year, I don't know what it is about 2025. I don't know if you are feeling this as well, but I just feel like this is my year. Like, I don't know what else to call it, what else to say. I'm going to be giving you guys some tips, words of advice for things that helped me accomplish everything I wanted to accomplish in 2024, and also taking you guys along the journey and sharing some of the things that I'm going to be implementing in this next year to help me be the best version of myself, accomplish all my goals, become that girl, okay? So without further ado, I want to get straight into this video because I have quite a few important and vital talking points that I want to get through. And also, at the end of this video is going to be our 10K giveaway. Literally like 2 days ago, I hit 10K. It was like 1 a.m. I literally stayed up to watch the little subscriber thing scroll to the next one, to 10K. I'm just so grateful. We're going to get into that later, so stick around if you did enter the giveaway or if you just want to be nosy and see who wins. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into it. Becoming the best version of yourself. I think that a lot of times we get so wrapped up in the new year, new me. I want this, I want this, I want this. These are my goals. I want to achieve this. We don't really stop to take a moment to think about everything that we've accomplished so far. All of the answered prayers that we're currently living in, all that God has done in our lives, everything that we have worked hard for that we're currently seeing play out, all of the fruits of our labor. We don't really stop to think about that a lot. I know I don't. I struggle with that, always wanting to be more, the best, different versions of myself. So I really want us to take a moment right now, just a little mini exercise. Think about 2024. Think about your goals that you had at the beginning of the year. Think about the end of the year and how much you've accomplished, how much adversity you faced, because even just being here and being able-bodied and still standing strong is enough. Like, I don't care if you didn't lose the 15 pounds you wanted to lose. I don't care if you're still on that toxic boyfriend. We're working on that, okay? But think about everything that you did do in 2024 and just relish in that. Be appreciative of it. Be proud of yourself. Just let it soak in, okay? Anyways, now that we've done that, how can we elevate? Okay, we've done this. We're grateful for this. We have appreciated this, acknowledged it. How can we become more? How can we achieve the peak, the prime, if you will, of our lives? The number one thing, and if you watch my videos, y'all know I'm so big on mindset. Like, I think that your mindset can carry you so far. I think it's easier said than done to change your mindset, but I feel like once you make that mindset shift, there's no going back. Like, and I think that carries over into so many aspects of your life. Think about whatever version of yourself is quote unquote your best version. Think about the woman, the man, whoever that you want to be. Think about what they do, what they've accomplished, what they look like, how they speak, their vernacular, how they dress, how they act, how they treat people, all of their accolades, you know, their financial situation. Think about all of that, everything that encompasses the version of yourself that you want to be. Start shifting your mindset to think and act like that person. The mindset comes first and the actions follow. You literally have to shift your mindset to think for your future self. My future self is somebody that is in shape, somebody that's toned, somebody that goes to the gym, and this is just one aspect of her, but using this as an example. What am I gonna do when I go to the grocery store? Am I still gonna be thinking about greedy ass Kendall right now that's not toned, that's not in shape? Or am I gonna be thinking like future Kendall who wants to be toned, who wants to be lean, who wants to be in shape. I'm gonna be thinking like future Kendall. So what would future Kendall eat? This is all playing out in my mind. She would eat veggies, she would be hitting her protein intake, she would be eating clean 1 ingredient, 2 ingredient food. She's not gonna be eating processed stuff, da 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 da. So when I go to the grocery store, I'm having that mindset of, this is who I want to be, this is the food that I'm gonna buy. Once you start to think like your future self, your actions are gonna follow. Like, it just doesn't make any sense for them not to. If you're thinking something, you're gonna start putting actions behind that, you know? So that's the first step, is having that mindset. Another thing that goes into the same topic of having that mindset shift is stop dwelling on the past, stop complaining, stop thinking about shoulda, coulda, woulda, and think about gonna make it happen, okay? Because shoulda, coulda, woulda is so irrelevant. It's in the past. And I think that also goes with like complaining. Like, that's something that I had to really be intentional about in 2024. Complaining to me is like such a sign of a weak-minded, complacent person, because complaining does nothing, absolutely nothing. Complaining is literally the act of dwelling and sitting in a situation that is negative. Why would you want to dwell and sit and think about a situation that's negative? Start turning the instances where you could complain into instances where you problem solve and you change your situation and you change your mindset and you change your outlook. For instance, if I'm at, and y'all know I love my metaphors, if I'm at a basketball game, or what's outside? Football. If I'm at a football game and it's hot, and I'm drenching in sweat, and I'm on the side of the field that's just hot, the sun is directly in my face, like terrible. I could sit there and be like, oh my god, it's so hot, y'all, it's so hot, oh, I'm just hot, this is ridiculous, this Texas heat, oh, it's killing me. Or I can get myself up and go to the concession stand and get me a nice ice cold Gatorade and get me a towel to block my sweat, go stand in the shade, go to the other side of the field where it's shade over it and it's not directly in the sun. These are all problem solving things that I can do instead of complaining. Whenever you have a situation or a setback that is potentially hindering you or stopping you from reaching your goals, don't sit there and complain about it and, oh well, this is this and this is that and that sucks because I could have did this but this happened. Like, no, sit there and try to figure out how to make it happen regardless, okay? Another instance, social media. I literally, the first half of the year, didn't post because I'm like, who cares? There's not a space for me. Like, ugh, the algorithm on TikTok is so annoying. I'm getting 60 views and I'm spending all this time editing. Ugh, whatever. I'll tell my friends, like, I'm tired of this. Like, I don't want to post anymore. Just complaining. For what, girl? Like, for what? And I had to stop and be like, okay, what can I do to fix this? Instead of sitting here complaining about it, because the algorithm is going to be the algorithm, okay? Like, I can't do anything about that. Do not complain about things that you cannot change. That is like literally insanity. What are we doing here? That's like, you're wasting your breath, you're wasting energy, you're wasting brain minutes. Like, do not complain about stuff you can't change. Instead, what did I do? Let me look up strategies on how to put myself out there. Let me see if there's a niche for me. Let me see if there's content that I can put out that's more engaging, that will drive people to my page. Let me see if I can set a schedule and start making content and start posting according to that schedule. All of that problem solving and these different methods, I implemented instead of just sitting there and continuing to complain. Once you start to say things or put them out into the atmosphere, that's all that your brain is going to be programmed to think about. So if you're steady focusing on the negative, complaining about the negative, that's going to be like in the center and the focal point of your brain. Whereas if you problem solve and you get rid of that, it's not even an issue. It's nothing even to think about. Like, in the time where you feel yourself being frustrated or starting to get into those negative habits and that negative talk and thinking about complaining, switch that to problem solving, and I promise you that will take you so much further. And you'll start to be disgusted. Like, you'll start to look around and be like, at people who do complain and who do sit, like, girl, you're miserable. Like, what do you mean? Like, you know, make something happen. Go somewhere. Be somewhere.
Be somebody, bitch. Go clock
That's
in.
literally how you'll think, you know? So I challenge you guys to really change your mindset and turn those complaints into problem solvings. Okay. My next topic, and this is going to be real transparent. This is something that I struggled with in 2024 that I didn't start getting good at until the end of 2024, and that I am so confident that I can go into 2025 as a new lady implementing this. Stop thinking about it and just do it. My mom literally told me this years ago and it didn't stick until now. She literally was like, one time she was at an airport I can't remember the entire story, but she was at an airport and I guess she had like a little smirk on her face, like she was just looking like, I don't know, mischievous, like looking around. And she said a guy walked up to her and was like, I don't know where she was, but he had an accent. He's like, stop thinking about it, mommy, just do it. And she thought it was so funny, and I did too. And I was like, I don't know, in high school when this happened. But now, that is so real. Like, I understand. Obviously, it was just a little joke he was playing. It wasn't anything of actual substance with a magnitude behind it. But that's real. Like, stop thinking about it. Just do it. There's never going to be a perfect time for you to take that leap of faith, for you to go after your goals, you know, for you to have everything together, for you to be entirely 100% ready. You just got to do it. Pray about it, do it. Prepare yourself, do it. Get the advice, get all the resources that you need, and do it. And literally with anything, like I spent so much time in 2024 talking about things, talking about endeavors, saying what I wanted to do, thinking about it, contemplating, talking to different people. Yeah, girl, because I want to start going to the gym. Girl, I want to start volleyball coaching. I want to start volunteering at a women's shelter, making an impact. I really want to start reading my Bible. Okay? Do it. Like, what are we talking for? And that's not to say you can't share your goals and you can't, like, you know, give ideas. But think about something that you've wanted to do for a minute. One of your goals, I don't know. And think about how many times you've talked about it, how many different conversations you've had with multiple people. What have you done to get ready for that goal? That's bad. If you talked about it more than once, if you've prayed about it more than once and it hasn't happened yet, you really got to check yourself. Like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? And I literally learned so much about this from the people in my life. My best friend in particular, she's somebody who's really inspired this, because she'll tell me about something, the next week is happening, and I'm looking at myself like, dang, we both talked about our goals at the same time. I'm still sitting here trying to brainstorm, and she's already done it, you know? And that just really puts things into perspective, because it's like nothing's ever gonna be perfect. And I'm not saying just half, because that's my problem. I don't want to half-ass anything. Like, I want everything that I touch to be a product of who I am, to represent me well. But it's almost to a fault, to where I'm never gonna even start it because I want it to be perfect. And that goes with everything. All of your goals, just do it. Take that leap of faith. God is gonna have you no matter what. And if you weren't ready to take that leap of faith, if you weren't ready to start doing this endeavor, start tapping into this best version of yourself, you wouldn't even be thinking about it. You know what I mean? Like, that wouldn't even be a thought if you weren't ready for it. So go ahead and do it. That's my advice on that. And with that, I say that also comes with treating your goals and treating things that you want to accomplish as a non-negotiable. Why are we reasoning with ourselves? Why are we treating this as if it's like an option? No, it's not an option. I also did that a lot in 2024, and I didn't really master it, and I still haven't mastered it. I'm still a work in progress. But that's something that I spend a lot of time questioning, like, should I? Or maybe I should. Or, you know what, I'll just go tomorrow. And this is with everything. Those little internal battles that you have in your head, try to get them to not exist when it comes to your goals. Either they need to not exist or you need to win it every time. Because, and when I say internal battles, I'm talking about, I want to lose 10 pounds. I already set up and set at the beginning of this, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym 4 times a week. I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to go grocery shopping. I'm going to meal prep. It's Tuesday and you're having this internal battle. Well, maybe I should just go on Sunday because, you know, I'm tired and, you know, I have a lot going on. And, well, you know, maybe I should go 3 days a week because this is too much for my schedule. And why are you reasoning with yourself when you already set that goal? You want to meet your savings goal. You know that you want to save $2,000 a month and you get invited on a trip. Well, the trip is going to be $1,500 and that's going to only let me save $1,000. But you know what? I could just save $4,000 next month, so then that'll make up. Why are you reasoning with yourself when you already set that goal? No, you need to still save $2,000 that month, whether you don't go on a trip, whether you find some other cash, some other side hustle that month. You still need to stick to your goals and don't reason with yourself. Don't negotiate, because 9 times out of 10, it's a never-ending cycle. Once you reason with yourself that one time, you're gonna keep thinking that shit's sweet and you're gonna keep reasoning with yourself. It's the same thing when people say, oh, I'm gonna start Monday. Next Monday comes around. Well, you know, it's about to be the holidays, so maybe I'll start after the holidays. You know, my friend's birthday's coming up, so maybe I'll start next Monday. Well, like, you're just gonna keep reasoning with yourself, keep negotiating with yourself. Don't treat your goals as an option. Things that you really want to get done, that you've already sat down, thought about, said what you're gonna do, be intentional about them. The negotiation was whenever you started the goal. After that, there's no negotiation. And on that same note of reasoning with yourself, you can eliminate that by picking something attainable, picking something reasonable, picking something achievable. We're going way back to whenever you're first even starting your goals. Pick something, and I'm not saying pick something easy that you know you're gonna do, but you can still challenge yourself, you know, like still go after your desires. Like there has to be a good even playing field between your desires and what's attainable for you and your lifestyle. Like all of that has to match up and you have the perfect goal. Like I know y'all probably heard the acronym SMART goals. Is your goal specific? Is your goal measurable? Is your goal achievable? Is your goal relevant? And is your goal timely? So with that, yes, like you have to take baby steps sometimes. It's okay to ease yourself into certain things. Like that's why I've been kind of learning, and really last year, like I'm all for the 75 Harts. I think it builds discipline. I think that it is a good way to start getting yourself into the lifestyle that you want. At the same time, I do think only a certain type of people should be doing 75 Hart. I'm sorry, like this is my honest opinion. I think that if you've never worked out a day in your life, you didn't go to the gym a single time last month, you drink alcohol every single weekend, what else is in the challenge? You've never read a book a day in your life, you probably shouldn't be doing 75 Hard. That's 0 to 100 really quick. All that's going to result in is that not being an achievable thing for you. If you're somebody who works out sometimes, you know, you like to read in your free time, you drink occasionally socially, and you're just trying to strengthen your discipline, cool, you know, that's an achievable thing for you. But going from 0 to 100 and doing these short little fad New Year's resolutions is not really good. I think that the way that you see results, and the way that I personally saw results in the last half of the year, the winter arc if you will, was by being realistic, taking it day by day. Make it to what is achievable and attainable for you. And I'm not saying make it easy to where, like, I remember one year we were talking about Lent, and my friend who never ever drinks, only drinks sometimes, like on a birthday or something, talking about she's gonna give up alcohol. Like, babe, now you know that's not a challenge, that's not anything you need to be doing, that's not anything you need to be doing. So don't make it so easy to where it's not even a goal, but don't make it so hard to where you've never ever even in your wildest dreams will ever think of accomplishing it, you know, because you're gonna be miserable the whole time and it's not gonna yield any long-term results. I think taking it day by day is what yields long-term results. It's like the phrase getting 1% better every day. I can't remember the exact math, but I think it's like you're gonna be 38% better than you started at something if you get 1% better every day. That's crazy. Think about it. If you literally start something on January 1st, by December 31st, you're going to be almost half as good as you were. And the best analogy that I've heard used with this 1% method is if you start off doing, what was it, I think 10 push-ups at the beginning of the year, by the end of the year, you'll be able to do almost 400 push-ups. And you could only do 10 at first. Like, that is crazy to me. Taking the time to set your goals and take it day by day. What is the saying? Rome wasn't built in a day. I think, like, baby steps. And to me, a good way to combat this and to make sure that your goals are achievable and that you're able to take it one day at a time is put a habit beside it. Set your goals and put a habit beside it. I want to lose 10 pounds. Okay, what am I going to do that? What is the habit, the positive habit associated with that? I'm going to go to the gym 5 times a week. I'm going to do cardio for 30 minutes. That's my habit. That's what I'm gonna do. That's attainable. I can lose 15 pounds in 6 months if I do that. On the flip side, something that would be unattainable is, let's see, if I were to say, I want to read the entire Bible in a month. Okay, what would be the habit associated with that? Well, I want to read the New Testament, and I'm gonna read a little bit every night. Further breaking that down, there's like, what, 270, 280 chapters in the New Testament. That means you'd have to read like 8 or 9 chapters a night. You work a 9 to 5, you babysit, you go to the gym, you do content, and you got a second job, you cook. So realistically, you only have like maybe 30 minutes to sit down and read. That's not happening. That habit associated with that is not realistic. So you could go ahead and cross that off as an achievable goal. goal. Putting habits behind your goals is so important. It'll also create a sense of accomplishment no matter what. It's hard to work backwards in the sense that you're putting all your goals here, here, and here, and you're giving everything a timeline and you want to accomplish all these things. Put a habit towards it, because that habit, eventually, if you keep on doing that habit, you're going to reach that goal. Habits turn into lifestyles, and the lifestyle is what you want. Essentially, all of our goals are leading up to a specific lifestyle. 9 times out of 10, if you can't associate a habit with your goal, then it's probably not a goal that you should be making, because you need some sort of tangibility to put that into action. I can't just say that I have a goal of winning the lottery when there's nothing that I can do to put that in place. You know what I mean? Like, that's all left up to chance. That's not a realistic goal for me. Your habits is what's gonna make you be properly equipped to achieve that goal. And that's not the only thing that you can do to be properly equipped to achieve that goal. There are so many things that you have control over when it comes to becoming the best version of yourself, achieving these goals, becoming that girl, being the person that you desire. You can set yourself up for that. There are a lot of things that aren't in your control, but there are a lot of things that definitely are. I think it's so important to make sure that you have all of the right resources, make sure you're properly equipped, that you've gotten all of the advice, that you've gotten all of the research and the expertise that you want before just throwing yourself into a goal. I know I keep using the same examples, but these are like pretty common goals around the board for most people in New Year's resolution, myself included. If you want to get in shape and lose weight, whatever the case may be, you have gym goals. Everybody has different body types. Everybody weighs different. Everybody's different heights. Different things work for different people. Doing your research, for instance, I want to lose weight. This is my calorie intake for a person that's 5'8", 200 pounds. This is not going to be the same caloric intake for somebody that's 5'4", 120 pounds. You know what I mean? So doing all of that research, knowing what foods I want to put into my body, knowing how I want to track it, what vitamins, what supplements do I want to take, all of that is getting you properly equipped to go ahead and conquer the goal. You cannot just start something blind and have done no prior research or a limited prior research and be like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. You're basically just winging it at that point. And also, I think there's little like psychological things that you can do for yourself. Like, if you're a girl like me, one of my goals is to get closer to God. What did I do at the beginning of last year? Because that's something that I actually really accomplished and that I'm proud of, is my faith and my journey with God. I know that reading the Bible for me is sometimes hard. It's hard to understand. It discourages me from reading it because not only am I trying to interpret it, but I'm also trying to understand the verbiage and the language, and the lingo from what it was written is different from my everyday speech. So I went and researched on Amazon, you know, a beautiful, easy to read, easy guided understanding Bible, and I bought that and I purchased it. I got Bible markers, and not saying that you have to spend money and have to do all these things, but it does help whenever you're wanting to achieve your goal to make sure that you're properly equipped. Had I gone into it knowing that that's one of my struggle points, is whenever I open up to read it and everything looks like gibberish, had I gone into it like that, I probably would have seen the same results, because I would have been annoyed and got tired of it and not as motivated to do it. But since I did prepare myself and get everything ready and find that comfort level for myself, it made my journey with God so much easier. I was able to read it, understand it, and move forward with my goal. Same thing with content. I know that in the past it's been hard for me to record on YouTube and record on TikTok, edit on time, all these different things. Whatever the negative connotations that came and all of my struggles that came with creating content, I found ways to make that easier for me, to get everything that I needed to be equipped to go ahead and start my goal, start my journey. I got a new tripod, I got a bunch of SD cards, I got a lot of adapters, I got new chargers, different things. I got new headphones, like a case for my camera, all these different things to make achieving my goal easier. I found that it's so imperative, especially if, like I said, you don't have to spend money, but if you do spend some money, for me at least, that's gonna make me really want to do it. Like, okay, I really spent the time and money into preparing myself to step into this new goal. It's gonna happen. Like, I don't care, I'm gonna do it now that I put all this effort and time in. Another thing that I'm doing currently in this next year, I just literally spent all day today getting my beauty room and my prayer room together. Like, I want to have an intentional space to go spend with God, and I want to read the entire Bible this year. I want to understand it and be able to speak to it. That's what my prayer room is going to be for. Y'all think after I sit there and spend all that money and time and energy into getting it right and getting it cute and making it my comfort space, I'm gonna just never go in it again? No. I mean, maybe some people might, but you will feel more compelled to jump into that goal if you've prepared yourself. My last little topic before we get into our giveaway: routines. The importance of a routine is something that I learned so much about in 2024 and that I will continue to implement and get even better at in 2025. You have to have a routine. A routine will have you feeling unstoppable. I'm talking skin routine, morning routine, vitamin and supplement routine, gym routine, devotional routine, work routine, literally any type of routine, something that you do every single day. It's a non-negotiable. A routine is basically just a series of habits that's yielding amazing results. So if you have all of these little habits set, which make up the big habit, which is your routine, you'll be good. And whenever you do think of these routines, think of them with a goal in mind. Like my morning routine, I want to be waking up at 5 a.m. I want to be doing my skincare. Why do I want to be doing my skincare? Because I want my skin to be good. I want to clear my dark marks. You know, I want to have healthy, glowing skin and feel good. Why am I taking my vitamins? Because I want to feel good from within. I want to be healthy. You know, I want to have energy throughout the day to complete my task. All of your routines should have a end goal. As I talked about earlier, whenever you're making your goals and you're associating a habit with that, if that habit can then be expanded more into a routine, go ahead and do it. Like, why not? You know, it will transform you outwardly because you'll look better, you'll feel better if you have a routine. Like, I can tell when the girls have a good hair routine. I can tell when they have a good skin care routine. I can tell when they're putting the cuticle oil on their nails and when they're taking their vitamins and when they're full of energy. I can tell, like, it just shows outwardly, but you'll also feel better about yourself because you'll be getting more things done. 9 times out of 10, the version of yourself that you want to be has a certain routine with it. So I really challenge you to tap into everything that you want to be doing and try to associate a routine behind it. Even if you need to use ChatGPT, even if you need to write it down, even if you need to do a checklist, whatever you got to do to make sure that you have that routine, go ahead and do it. I promise you, you'll be so much better for it. That is it. And I will talk more about the art of having routine and the beauty of having routine, which is why I kept it brief, because I'm going to talk about that in another heart to heart and kind of give you guys more insights on some of the routines that are in my life. But with that being said, we are going to be the best versions of ourselves. 2025 is our year. We're staying motivated. We're staying ambitious. Whatever you did, vision board, wrote down your goals, prayer board, whatever you did, it's not gonna stop after January. We're not gonna be part of the gym crew that went in January and stopped showing up in February and the money's still taken out of your account, okay? We're going to be accomplishing our goals, the best version of ourselves. I cannot wait to hear all of you guys' progress. It's never too late. Baby steps and let's go. And that concludes this video. My next heart to heart is going to be about friendships and how to spot a toxic friend. So stay tuned for that. It will be posted in 2 weeks. And if you're somebody that's not sticking around for the 10K giveaway, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Love you. Thank you so much. Bye. Now, without further ado, thank you guys so much for entering the giveaway. I'm super excited. I'm going to announce the winner, but that's it. I'm not showing you guys the giveaway box. I really want it to be a true surprise for whoever gets it. I will be revealing it though in either my next vlog or my next heart to heart. I'm not sure which one. Probably my next vlog. Next video I'll be revealing it. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to it. Let's get into it. I know y'all don't want to hear me talk. I was gonna do a spin the wheel and see who wins randomly, but I thought, I asked ChatGPT for everything else in life. Why not have him pick the giveaway? So I have all of my usernames here. I'm gonna say, Chat, please pick a giveaway winner for me out of these usernames. All right, drum roll. Congratulations, Vanna, thanks. I'll put a little screenshot because y'all definitely can't see that. But yes, thank you so much, Vanna. I will be DMing you on Instagram to get all of your information. I will be sending you a box of my Sephora faves. Stay tuned. The next giveaway, I don't know when I'm gonna do it. Whenever I feel compelled to give y'all some more goodies, I might just do it just because. Who knows? But thank you guys so much for your continued support. Bye.